It's a barometer type game for both as they each enter tough stretches in their non-conference schedule before conference play ramps up for Wednesday night. Denham Rickhouse is one of the great stories in college basketball from Evansville before that NAIA. And you mentioned Yakachonis, and he gets him off a quick start with the three.
Tom, he's all of 6'5" at that point guard spot, maybe even 6'6", so he can take and make guarded threes. A tough one goes down early for the Illini.
Latrell Wrightsell Jr., great three-point threat. Trying to penetrate. And the dump off Clifford Omori, who played against Illinois twice last season with Rutgers. Nelson for three, and we're locked up early.
So it's all about the paint touches for Alabama. Alabama got to their third paint touch in that possession. They skip it to the far side. Grant Nelson at 6'11". Not a dominant three-point shooter, but good enough you have to honest guard.
This is fourth make of the season from behind the arc. Yakachonis, 10th in the country in assists, picks up another as he dishes it off for the Visich dunk.
Yeah, Alabama goes drop coverage on that first middle ball screen. And they don't drop quick enough to get back in front of Tomislav Visich.
His twin brother, Big Z, played at Kentucky last year, now with John Calipari at Arkansas. Nelson sizes up another. Splash, he's got 2 threes early. Grant Nelson got stuck at the 5 spot a good chunk of last season. He's much more comfortable on the perimeter.
Well, he may have to get unstuck some this year because offensively Alabama is at their best when Grant Nelson is playing that 5 position.
Finish from Connor Boswell Jr. from Champaign. Played a couple of different high school spots. Nelson again. 3 for 3.
He has seen a really big rim in Birmingham early. And all 3 looks for Grant Nelson. Not an orange jersey in the airspace. Too easy.
Nice fake and finish. Yakachonis, the freshman from Vilnius, Lithuania, played for FC Barcelona. On another triple goes. A combined 5 threes go down. Yakachonis gets downhill. Tied for the 3rd most tournament appearances without a title, 34 times. And Alabama coming up its first ever Final Four.
All the way! All the way! There you go!
Baron Philon with the finish.
He is not afraid. He was an absolute star in the loss at Purdue. Fearless. Attacking the rim is 0 and White, the true freshman.
Yakachonis couldn't thread the needle, turns it over. Aiden Holloway on the floor. Auburn transfer. Here he is for 3. Takes it in!
The first time after bye games at home, Alabama was stung by Purdue. How will they respond in this building? So far, Grant Nelson says we're going to respond in the right way.
Debut against Eastern Illinois, but 0 for 2 from the line. Nice back cut. Holloway shares it. Back out to Nelson. Halfway down, didn't go.
And that was big-time offense, though, by Alabama. 2 paint touches and 2 hard cuts off the ball for a wide-open look.
Yakachonis taking care of it himself. He's got 7 of the Illini's early 13.
Tom, he is really good. Played for the powerhouse FC Barcelona last year on their 2nd team primarily. A ton of international experience.
Whew. Nelson slides right down the lane. You want it. Riley tracks down the long rebound. Another offensive board off a deep shot for Illinois. Harassing defense out front. Nice slip. And the flush from Morez Johnson's Illinois offense. Brad Underwood spent a good chunk of the offseason watching teams like Oklahoma City and Boston and getting a little bit more NBA flavor in their attack. And Alabama with an early 4-point lead. Both teams shooting over 60% from the floor. Aiden Sherrill is into the game for the first time for Bama. Here's a corner 3 again. This one belongs to Aiden Holloway. It was 2 for 2 from deep.
He did not shoot the ball well from the 3-point part in SEC play last year, but he has a very good, smooth, repeatable stroke.
He was on the SEC freshman team playing for Bruce Pearl. Tomislav Jusic off the mark.
5 teams in all of college ball. I mean, their pieces fit. I think that's the most important thing that Mark Pope was able to pull off in that first recruiting class.
Jackson Robinson went for 20 and 7 in the comfortable win against Lipscomb last night at Rupp. Stevenson inside. Last time out against Purdue, 19 of Alabama's 21 from 2 came in the paint. Nice block. Back out to Holloway. Ball fake and a kick. Another corner 3.
For himself and sprint to deflect what would have been an open 3 from the corner.
That guy's all effort, especially if you consider his background. Jusic off the mark. White get cut off, and his shot's blocked. LeBaron Filon with the left hand. Terrell Wrightsell Jr. And a drive and a finish by Filon, the freshman from Mobile, Alabama's got Filon with the rebound. He's off to a great start with Colin Sexton. Those points and assists for a freshman, and give him an assist on the Stevenson run out.
Say yes because, again, Stevenson not shooting the ball well yet so far, but now impacting the game in other ways. Just wins the rim sprint from one end to the other.
6-0 Bama run, double-digit lead for the Tide here in Birmingham. Bad entry, past the reach. Pass from Nelson. Both teams tough schedules in the very near future. Boswell off the mark. And here comes Mark Sears. Sears has been less than aggressive on the offensive side. Filon that shot.
Is the real deal. First of all, appreciate the effort to keep the ball alive and to tap it on the defensive glass. Then get out and win that drive through the elbow in the half court.
It's an 8-0 Alabama run. Here's the freshman Riley. Goes 6'8", 195. Took a shot on that one, no whistle. Shot clock at 3. Gibbs Longhorn couldn't knock it down. Freshman got the rebound, gets another one. He's got great reach. And he's just running into 3 straight brick walls in that possession. Sears has not put up a shot yet. Second in the league in scoring behind Dalton Connect last year. What's that guy up to, Connect? Nelson banks it in. You've accomplished something. His eye just lit up.
A wiry, strong, tough, hard to guard, to handle. 4 and white.
Drought for Illinois. Sears' first shot attempt was off the back of the rim. Came 11 minutes into the half. And Morey got it.
If you give up offensive rebounds to Alabama, you're in for a long night. A long night, because all they're going to do, Tom, at that point is reload quickly. Reload to it.
It's a highly rated recruit coming out of Roselle Catholic in Jersey. 4-star New Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year. Nice little hesitation move by
Pretty good player.
Not bad. And all Yakichonis did was come out with 13 assists against SIU Edwardsville. Here's Sears again. And Aiden Holloway tracks it down.
This one deserves to go in. You can't give up 3 unfortunate.
Bama started the game 4 for 4 from deep. Tide just 1 for its last 11. Nelson with the denial inside.
Tom, you've got to win the foot race to the ball on those missed 3s by Alabama. You can't stand and watch with a traditional box off. It is a foot race.
Well, those long rebounds, just one of the reasons as Reed goes to his left for his first bucket. Made an Illinois recruit the internet era, to find out how you will, going back to the headbanded Dave Brown in 2002. Sidestep and drilled the 3.
These days, if you're going to rise up to the next level, and really well done by Riley to do it.
Byline into the corner. A share and a high percentage look.
Again, it's all about the paint touch for Alabama. And
here's Holloway. Through some contact, dumps it inside. Illini don't have a single fast break bucket yet. Rejected. One and said it was going the other way. Holloway fouled from behind and backed it in. Shooting struggles really ramped up in conference.
Is what he's up against in the SEC. They had an exhibition game against Ole Miss, and Ole Miss.
First of Kentucky, now of Arkansas, goes 0 for 2 from the line. Sears had it knocked away, but nearly walked with it and saved it right back to Illinois and Colin Boswell.
Now that's up the tone defensively as an on-ball defender. That's a heck of a battle between 4 in orange and 1 in white. You've got a physical defender and offensive player going nose to nose.
Haven't seen much of number 10, Diabate, on the floor for Alabama. Here he is. Nelson from the corner.
At this spot, is it not? That right corner has been good to Grant Nelson. Cut with speed. Talking about Alabama.
Uvicic, little jump hook for this Bama staff about the Purdue game. Those corner threes weren't set up as corner threes. The shooters were 3 feet off the line as Diabate throws one in. Everything's coming up Bama now. It's half 100 in the first half. Alabama on Friday night.
You know what else jumped out to me about that Purdue game? Behind Paul Gallen Fieldhouse, Mackey Arena.
And it's good. Ben Hummercast has 5.
A guy that started his first 3 years at NAIA Huntington University, then to Evansville, and now he finds himself on the big stage.
And that will close out the first half of play. Brian Pasnick in a moment, visiting with the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Nate Oates, with Alabama up 52-38.
Coach, thoughts on the first half? Ball's moving around better. You know, we're getting some decent shooting from some guys that maybe haven't shot as well, that they didn't expect to shoot it, which is helping. Our defense wasn't very good to start. I thought I picked up. We got to do a better job on the defensive glass, and we got to keep the ball moving. The offense wasn't as good the last six or so minutes. All right, thank you, Coach.
Uvicic offers a screen. Boswell high off the glass.
We do know this about Alabama. They will continue to shoot the ball quickly. If they go on a drought, you can work your way back into the game.
Pocket pick. Foul with the flush.
Such a competitive kid.
Uvicic has knocked down a couple of threes this evening. Cylon, chicken wing, gets some space. Corner three, rattles home for right zone for the make. Boswell jump stop with the left, and he spins it home. And Emily. Cylon. Nelson who finishes it up.
How about the patience of Phylon to wait for Grant Nelson to get in that short roll right in front of the rim position. And does he understand his pace for a freshman guard awfully well.
Challenges Boswell and comes up with the dunk. Numbers for the Tide. Phylon steps around and draws a foul.
Down. He might be as good as we have in this.
Phylon, you mentioned the Auburn commitment cleared in late October. Remember, Zvonimir last year, Kentucky didn't get cleared until really late in the season.
Tom Mark Sr.
So Sherrell's got 4 points here. Here's Yakuchonis. Great vision. Another point guard, and he throws in the jump shot. Recruited Big Z to come to Kentucky last year. Now back up Brad Underwood's staff. If Tomislav had a chance to come play stateside last year, necessarily iron. 13-point Bama lead, 22 points from the bench for the Crimson Tide. Shovel pass gets away from Illinois. Loose ball collected. It ends up in a wide open three, and that's good for Aiden Holloway, who's got 15. A 16-point advantage for the Crimson Tide. Boswell with the kick. Well, that is some length at the point guard position, if that's where he sticks.
Ball where he was going at it to that opposite cutter.
The Phylon was stuck. He got unstuck. He's got it for White. Here's Sears. Last time Mark Sears was scoreless, he was playing for the Ohio Bobcats. In fact, it's the only other career game he was scoreless. And as Sherrell throws in his first three, November of 2020. Because of the dance, right?
Yeah.
Sears coughs it up. Lawman has it stripped, but recovers for three from the bench. Another rebound by the freshman, Will Riley. Talking with Brad Underwood about Riley, he said this guy is married to the game. He lives in the gym, and you can see it pay off here in the second half. Illinois scratching and clawing to get back in this thing. Phylon rejected at the rim. Here's Riley. Open three, Boswell. We got a ball game. It is a 9-point deficit. Illinois on an 8-0 run. 4 on 3. Baseline floater good. Latrell Wrightsell Jr.
Good job by Wrightsell Jr. to make a play out of the corner as opposed to settling for a guarded three in the corner.
Wide open. Good rotation.
I don't know. Alabama just got totally
Double at Marquette since D-Wade.
Yeah.
8-point Bama lead.
Did Marquette play hard? Stevie Mitchell was just a one-man press at all times. Defensive, what pass? Yes, sir. What a look by Grant Nelson out of that corner. Alabama, they keep those corners.
Darian Reed, freshman from Grovetown, Georgia, by way of prolific prep. 3-point play for him. By the way, I should mention before we went to the previous break, Morez Johnson went to the bench after committing his 4th personal foul. Lead back to double digits. Yakachonis, no. Reed with the rebound. They feel like they can unlock Darian Reed. They'll have quite a score on their hands. Nice floater for Holloway.
The guards have finished high on that right side, high corner.
1-foot fadeaway, no. Holloway finds Phylon. Shot out of a cannon, and the follow jam doesn't go. Well, you mentioned this a couple of times. This Alabama team just playing full throttle. Boswell directing traffic. Wants Ivisic involved. Shot clock at 5. Corner kick. Shot clock at 2. A hang and no hit.
How fast Alabama plays, and only 5 turnovers so far in this game. That is exceptional.
Whoa! Whoa! Put him on spin cycle. Darian Reed's got.
To the free throw line some this last 7 minutes. Score that clock stop. Watch out.
Nelson had one blocked by Ivisic a moment ago. Gives it up. And beautiful reverse by Wrightsell. They are. Emma's reopened that lead thanks to a 9-0 run. Yakachonis. Two-man game. Nelson was cut off. Phylon.
Come again, that cut. You know what I'm saying? That's a purposeful scoring, violent cut by LeBaron Phylon.
There's Riley for 3. Whoa. physical, quick move by Ivisic, and since Eastern Illinois had 14 and 14, first double-double in a debut since Dane Danger in 22. Nelson right back out. That's a 23 from the line on the night. And the freshman knocks down his second. Into the NCAA tournament, and they rolled all the way to the Final Four. Here's Latrell Wrightson. Block, and they get Riley for the foul.
Wright's one slip when you foul a three-point shooter if you're a coach. Like that's probably the only time in life I think it might be forgiven.
Yeah. I agree, and I'm a fan of curses. Stolen away. Step through.
I'm a fan of him.
16 for the freshman. Comes back to a dozen.
How good is he?
He's the real deal.
Yes.
He beats the shot for Mark. Nelson got bumped. Here comes Bama.
You got two guards on the floor for Alabama right now. They could very well be playing for Auburn. Holloway right there played for him last year. And Philon was an Auburn commit at one point. And those two guys, Mark Sears on the bench said, Coach, we got you. They have made back-to-back plays and probably just sealed this thing for Alabama. That if he hits droughts, there's other dudes.
Got Kachonis with the kick. And Hummerkaus throws it into Philon's hands. No look. Live. Oh my, he's going to the line for a three-point chance. What a pass.
And what a sprint by Omori. Look at that, showing the target hand all the way down the floor. He got that target hand up, Tom, at half court, saying, this is where I want the ball. And Holloway and Philon have played with in the second half. It has increased every 4-minute segment, it feels like to me.
Holloway 18 points on 7 of 10 shooting, including 3 of 4 from 3. Another flush.
Constant harassment. And this Alabama team is you up. They play to their pace as well as it is personnel. And they will be a tough out all year long in that big.
23 seconds left. Bama point away, or pardon me, at the century mark. Here's Boswell. It's a Bama team that lived in triple digits last year. School record 9 100-point games last season on their way to the Final Four. And an early push gave Alabama the advantage when they went on a 13-0 run midway through the first half. Mark Sears held scoreless for just the second time in his career. Both have been by Illinois, but his team comes away with the victory. Final score, Bama 100, Illinois 87. Both teams in the meat of their non-conference schedule, and here at Birmingham, Alabama gave its fans everything they would want more. A 100-point night. Bama goes to 4-1, Illinois to 3-1. For Jimmy Dykes, our fantastic crew, I'm Tom Hart. So long from Birmingham. Have a great night, everybody.
A moment ago in the Crimson Tide locker room, it was Brian Passink with Nate Oates.
Joined now by Alabama head coach Nate Oates in the Alabama locker room. Coach, big win against a really good Illinois team. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're going to win a lot of games. They're super skilled. You know what? We got some contributions from some guys maybe that weren't expected. 4 threes from Grant, which was huge. But, LeBaron continues to play well. Pushing the triple-double with 9 assists, 1 turnover. He's 16, 9, and 7. So he's stepped up in our 2 high-major games. He's looked pretty good so far.
Go back to the beginning of the game. You guys are 5 for 6 from the three-point line. Can't miss from deep. But looking over at the bench, you didn't seem to be too pleased with the defensive effort at that time, but you guys picked it up on that end.
Yeah, no, I mean, at one point I don't think we'd missed. We'd hit 4 threes, I think, and we were up 12-11, if I remember right. Like, we weren't getting any stops on the other end either, so that's not sustainable. No, and it was great that Grant hit him, but he wasn't going to
be 100% on the game. You know, he ends up 4 for 9. So we need to lock in on the defensive end, play a lot harder. And, you know, I thought we did at times. Thought we closed the game with some stops when we needed, a lot better than what we had before. But, you know, we got to be better on defense. But that's a big win for us. We needed that going into Vegas.
Before the game, you wanted to see ball movement, and you talked about needing to see toughness from your team. What did you think in both of those areas here tonight?
Ball movement was great. Toughness was lacking. They had 14 boards. We only had 7. So we've got to get significantly better. We've got some big, strong athletes that just aren't rebounding the ball real well right now. So, you know, Will Riley's a good player. He's going to play in the NBA. But for him to have 5 offensive rebounds, that's not acceptable. So the ball movement, I thought, was significantly better with 23 assists, only 7 turnovers. You know, and we got to get a little tougher on the glass.
Now you got some time, and you head to Las Vegas against, again, some of the best competition in the country. What do you do between now and then to try to get better?
We got to focus on what we got to improve on ourselves. You know, start and probably be the first practice, and the next 2 will be all in on Houston. And, you know, if we're not a lot tougher than this, they're going to destroy us on the glass because that's what they do well. Illinois is a good offensive rebounding team, but Houston maybe is the best in the country year in and year out. So if we don't get significantly better on the glass, we don't have a chance to win that game.
Thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. That is, of course, Nate Oates. Our post-game conversation presented by Cook's Pest Control. Great win for Alabama. 187 is the final score.